first of our triple header that is coming in today. He is the owner of multiple brands. Okay. This guy has been in the agency game for a year. He also has business experience just across a whole spectrum that he brings to the table whenever he is working with his own brands or with his clients. And now he is scaling the biggest businesses on the internet today in North America on TikTok Shop. And we are going to bring him in here and get all of those juicy gold nuggets outside of his brain. I'm talking about Jordan West, founder of Social. Get in here, Chris. Get in here.
At first, I'm like, who are they talking about? I'm like, who's up first?
You.
Like, who's up before me? I thought I was up next.
Oh, you big boy. And I would also say, Colin, I think this is fair. One of the kindest and most humble guys inside of our space, despite all the success.
You don't know me. You don't
Absolutely.
know the real me, I guess.
Absolutely. I can confirm this. Jordan and I have had a long relationship at this point, and it's been absolutely incredible.
Like
Jordan,
actually though, like 5 or 6
so
years,
long.
maybe even longer. Like it's been a long time, and both of you guys are such good dudes. I was so happy to get to come and do this. So I'm going to try to bring as much possible value as possible.
Please. Well, what I would love for the skeptics out there, Jordan, I know there are still some skeptics. I would love if you would just set the table. I know you're scaling 100+ brands on TikTok, etc. The numbers should speak for themselves, but just set the table for us once and for all. Is it actually possible to make a profit on TikTok Shop? Okay. And what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see from brands who are getting on the platform? They stumble, they fall, they say, maybe this is not for me. Just give us perspective on that from a foundational level.
Absolutely. So number one, it is not possible to be profitable on TikTok Shop in the first 3 to 4 months.
Oh, wow. Whoa. That was a good note there that you added.
Whoa. So if you want to be profitable on TikTok Shop at any point in your time on TikTok Shop, do not expect to be in the first 3 to 4 months. There is a large gap of so for those people who have come from both the Amazon world and the D2C world, it is really difficult for them to understand how TikTok Shop actually functions within their business. Now, what I can tell you is we are very, very close at Social Commerce Club right now to releasing a Halo tool. I was almost late for this because we were going through this, and it's awesome to see the market validation that TikTok themselves just released a Halo validation tool, right? Ours is so incredibly. There's so much data. What we're trying to do is sit in between multi-touch attribution, which I just do not believe is a great way to make decisions. I know that one of us at one point was at and then on the other side, MMMs, which just come in to be just absolutely insane measuring, right? Like it's too much, right? We don't need that level of data nor cost, right? For a brand. I really believe that SaaS is going to zero at some point, right? Or as close to as possible to zero. And so what we want to do is bring a ton of value on this Halo sort of side. And what I can tell you as we are looking at these beta tests of the Halo is what is the most surprising is the Halo from TikTok Shop over to Shopify, right? Like that to me is like the most insane part of this. We all knew about the Halo over to Amazon. That part is like very, very clear. And now we can calculate it like, and remember guys, like we have billions of dollars of data points, right? That we are able to calculate right now, which is just phenomenal. But let's go back to the first question. And did I see that Taylor is going to be on here today too?
Taylor's coming too, brother.
Oh man. Tell him I don't say hi.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Here's the incredibly interesting thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Is brands can be very, very profitable on the platform. But what I'm telling you is I don't care. It doesn't matter to me what the modern brand, and Taylor is going to tell you this exact same thing because I just listened to 3 hours of him on Open Residency talk about this exact same thing. Him and I believe the exact same thing about all of this. I don't care if you're individually profitable. What I care about is the omni-channel brand and whether or not. So I was chatting with somebody yesterday who is very successful on TikTok Shop, and him and I chatted on the phone last night for half an hour, and he's like, well, I just want to be profitable on the platform. He's getting between 12 and 15,000 videos. I'm like, well, how profitable is your? Oh, we're doing 30% this year on like close to 9 figures.
Wow,
bro, shut your mouth. No, you know what I said? I said, oh yeah, just turn it off. Just turn TikTok Shop off. It sounds like it's not profitable, so just turn it off. No, that is not what the modern brand needs to do. Right. So for him, particularly for this particular individual who I love and can have a harder conversation with.
Yeah.
Still, I said, well, the brands that we work with at Social Commerce Club are actually profitable, and we've got different ways to do that. And it all has to do with how much you pay your affiliates, and finding an actual win-win with affiliates. The problem is most brand owners out there don't actually know how to find a win-win. Right. And so what we do is we find that win with our affiliates. And at first, yes, they're going to get upset. Oh, you're lowering our commission. We're lowering the commission so that we can continue to scale and scale and scale. I mean, we have brands that, you know, are probably going to do close to 9 figures this year on TikTok Shop profitably.
Seriously.
That's seriously, like those kind of numbers, which is just mind-boggling. And these are like household name brands, and we continue to see them come onto the platform. It's funny because when I first got into this, like I really did feel like a bit of a pariah, being like, you know, guys, like this platform, and everyone's like, it's not going to last. TikTok's going to get shut down. I'm like, well, you guys know, I came from the brand world. I knew this was going to be in the space because of the fundamentals of what TikTok Shop is, right? Like the closer that you move the purchase onto the platform, the better, and the more that you can incentivize people both ways. So anyway, I'm rambling, but like it is incredibly, you need to get to scale to get to profitability. And the only way to do that is to lose a bunch of money at the beginning. And we tell brands that. Every single brand that comes in, we're like, you're not going to make money for 3 to 4 months. You're going to burn a bunch. So just be okay with that. And if not, don't go onto the platform.
I love that. I love that you're being upfront about that, where you're like, hey, you need some time to ramp this up. Do you also have kind of like a core mindset of attributes that are absolutely perfect brands for TikTok Shop? And then on the flip side of that, do you have brands that there's key attributes where you're saying you probably should not be on TikTok Shop because it won't work for your brand?
Well, I think that every single brand can be on TikTok Shop if they decide to. It's not every product can be on TikTok Shop. So that's really important, right? But like for quite a while, one of the biggest sellers on TikTok Shop was Yeti coolers, right? Ninja.
That's crazy.
Ninja has been one of the top sellers, the Ninja Creamy, which at like $200 or $250. Remember during like the crazy tariff times at the beginning of this year, or the beginning of, I don't know, whenever that was happening, they just like upped their price by $50 and it did not matter. In fact, their sales just went straight up. Because affiliates love it, because affiliates are making a percentage on sales, right? And so they continue to pump these products, and they're great products to pump as well, right? So to me, it's like, can you go and sell, I don't know, an RV on TikTok Shop? Probably not. Could you live sell an RV on TikTok Shop? Maybe, right? Like a little bit longer, going through. Like, sorry guys, I've
got one too. Don't worry, brother. Tell me this.
Work.
Tell me this, Jordan. I mean, so that is incredibly, I think, foundationally helpful, just mindset wise. Hey, be prepared. You got to lose some money up front here. And there's a lot of ways this can work. Even you got a high ticket AOV, what. It can work. And give me just a little more sauce if you could. You don't got to go full kimono here, but just a little more sauce on the Blitz strategy that you guys have.
I was hoping you'd bring that up.
Yeah. I mean, and how people find these win-wins, and you get to that kind of momentum where it's at a winning place where brands just scale from there.
I think that one of the reasons why, I wonder why I'm like, why have we been successful on this platform in general? And so I always peel back. I'm like, I just turned 40, guys, right? And I think about like all of the lessons that I have learned over the years. Like I had 8 brands, a lot of them failed, right? And I'm like, okay, well, what was the success that we learned along the way, right? Yeah. And in previous agency world and all of this kind of stuff. And so I boil it back down to principles. And one principle of marketing is moment marketing, right? how the TikTok algorithm works is based on this idea of flooding the zone, right? The more that you see something, right? And I forget what that effect is called. It is Mandela effect, whatever that effect is, where you see the same, like when you were looking for it. At one point, I wanted to buy an EV9. Ended up not being big enough for my family. Everywhere I see EV9s now, right? Like I just see that vehicle everywhere that it is, right? Are there more EV9s on the road? Well, maybe, but like that's not why. It's because it's what I'm looking for, right? And it's the same thing on the platform. And so we just stumbled into the Blitz methodology, right? The reason why we stumbled into it is one of the bigger brands that we were working with was like, hey, can we try launching this particular, it was a shoe brand. Can we try launching this particular shoe on the platform first? We're like, yeah, sure. Well, it just blew up. We're like, wow. Oh, okay. This is interesting. And so what we actually had to do, so I'll tell you, because again, we fell into this. Now this is like part of our core methodology. And again, our core methodology, it's just like marketing. That's the thing, which is kind of funny when being in this world of TikTok shop agencies. It just reminds me of the early days of Facebook ads agencies, where you're like all of these guys that just have no business experience whatsoever. They're not marketers. They're just like, oh, I know TikTok, so I'm going to get on here. And then there's all of these companies that kind of flood in the market, and I get to be the adult in the room of
you do,
Taylor, of the TikTok shop guys, right? And they come to me, and it's fun. But the Blitz methodology came around because we realized that detonating all of these pieces of creative at one time and then pouring money onto them flooded the zone, and it made everybody think, including the high leverage creators that would see this, right? They would look and they'd be like, oh my gosh, this product is blowing up. When in reality, like, you're just seeing it everywhere because we blitzed it, right? And so what we had to do for this big shoe brand is we didn't actually, because it was like these drops with these collab drops, like they were like Paramount and like all of these different companies, right? We weren't actually able to put the product on until the moment that we launched. And so we had to do this offline sampling. And so because we did the offline sampling, we could tell them, hey, everyone, at this time, let's say, Friday, March 6th at 10:30 Pacific, we are going to launch. We want all of your videos ready for that time. So they don't. Yeah, baby. And then boom, detonate. Right. And at that moment, we then would pour money into GMV Max. It would pick up all of these ads, right? And boom, it would just be everywhere on the platform, and it would start trending, right? That's the crazy thing. And then it starts trending on the platform, and people are like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And so you cannot do a blitz half-hearted. That's one thing that we tell brands all the time. It's like, it's a blitz, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. I was going to go into European history, but talk about another blitz. But
in football, you got to go all out on the blitz. You got to go all out.
Well, I mean, think about that, right? Whether or not, I mean, it wasn't a good thing for the world, when he went and blitzkrieged, right? But it worked, right? Yeah. Like it was like all at once, boom, right? And instead of, and so the principle behind it, just so you guys get this is my $10,000 thing for you guys right now, is it's always thinking about separating out noise versus signal, right? You're trying to create signal on the platform, not noise on the platform, right? And noise is like a one-off creator here and there. Signal is what we're trying to like laser focus, right? A laser can cut through, whereas the sun is just going to like heat things a little bit, right? That's a great point.
As part of this blitz, are you getting the rights to all that creative to then retarget on Facebook and surrounding apps, or are you just staying inside of TikTok?
No, absolutely. So like one of the big things, because we came from the D2C world, right? Yeah. And I think that's why we've been able to be successful, because TikTok Shop is a demand generation channel, right? It is not a demand capture channel, right? Marketplace people will come to us and like huge brands and be like, well, isn't this just like another Amazon or Walmart? I'm like, no, this is a demand generation channel, not a demand capture channel. And so that's a really, really big deal to understand. And so that all of that, it's incredible because we get all of that creative, and then we're able to take that creative. We use Refunnel, big Refunnel fan. We'll take Refunnel and we'll move that creative over onto Meta. And the great news is like what works on TikTok Shop and on TikTok, we already have signals that it's going to go and work on every other platform.
It's
right?
so
So we
great.
take that,
It's so
we try and
great.
create a win-win with creators, whether that's just like, hey, we're just going to buy your creative, or number two, with Refunnel, we're actually able to pay them out a percentage of ad spend on Meta specifically. So that's kind of how we do it.
Wow. Jordan, tell me this. I see you now. I know that you have placed this big bet on TikTok Shop, and I was a little nervous for you whenever that news came out. TikTok's going to get banned. I was like, oh boy, I know Jordan has, he has reorganized all of the warships to be on TikTok Shop. And it played out. It played out in our favor here. But tell me, just giving perspective, man, I have been so excited about social commerce in a way, and it's budding on other platforms too. I think YouTube has its kind of version, but man, I cannot get my eyes off of Whatnot. I mean, I love Whatnot. And I mean, it's of course it's different than TikTok Shop, but it's similar to selling TikTok Live. Man, do you have any perspective on that, thoughts on that, et cetera? I am very bullish on Whatnot specifically, but just social commerce in general, other platforms.
Yeah, I think that when I take a step back, and what I think the next big bet is going to be is on live shopping in general, right? We generally will follow China 4 to 5 years later, right? And so if you look over in Asia and China in general, or in specific, they are selling close to $1 trillion a year on live shopping, right? It's a massive amount of money. We're nowhere close to that right now. And so the next big bet that I was going to make was on live shopping. I am taking a little bit of a break because we are overloaded at SEC. Like, I cannot hire. If you guys get my newsletter, like I put it in my newsletter today. I'm like, just somebody apply, please. Like, we are hiring. We are hiring so fast. Like, just both of you, please apply. Okay. Because I really think that, again, the beachhead was TikTok Shop, but every other platform is going to have to figure this out. Meta is going to have to take another stab at this, right?
They're going to have to,
right? I really think that live shopping is going to be massive. I really do. Because you see what Whatnot is doing, right? And you see, I remember a year and a half ago, I was in San Diego and I walked into a shoe store. No one was there, but I could hear like all this loudness in the back. And I walk over, and the owner is live shopping, and he's like, all right, now I got this, now I got that.
That's awesome.
And then, like, he looks over, he's like, I'll be with you in 1 sec. Right? Sold. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
what did I enter?
Totally. Exactly. What is this place? That's the future, guys. Like, I really do believe that that's the future. I also am making a massive bet. Well, I don't even know if it's a bet if I'm not putting money on it. What I am not putting money into is AI creative. I don't believe in it. I don't think that that's actually what humans want. I don't think it's the kind of world that we want. And live shopping is one of those things that's really hard to fake. Sure, can we get AI to do it? I don't.
It's an anti-AI bet. It is. Live shopping is an anti-AI bet, man. It's like full on human, in person, making mistakes, bobbling the thing. It's a smart bet to make.
I think that humans want other humans. So I've talked to some, I won't mention the platform or the actual people, but some executives at big platforms. And what they are telling me is that they are deprioritizing AI content because people, not because they're great people. No, they're not. They are the cigarette executives of today. I have to be honest, right? Yeah. Like they really are. But they're deprioritizing AI content because people spend less time on the platforms.
Wow.
Right?
Interesting.
So of course they do. Humans want humans. Yeah. Like that's deep. That's not going to change in our DNA that we want other humans. Also, if you take this whole this connecting with AI thing to the farthest extent, we just don't have a human population anymore because we're then not going to connect with each other and have babies. Like we have to have babies.
That is the case.
I don't know if you guys all know, we have to have babies. I've got 4. Okay. I've got 4. I'm doing my part. What about you guys?
I've got 4. I'm doing my part.
Okay,
I think we need to get on Colin. We got to ride
Colin.
Colin.
We're all making up for you now. For how many years?
You're right. All right. All right, I'll get on it. You're right, guys. I'm sorry.
Jordan, man, give us, and we appreciate you making the time and coming on the show. Man, tell everybody where to follow you, where to find you, keep up with your thought leadership, apply. One of the most important things for us here on the show is that operators, founders, marketers, people who are in our space, man, they have other good places to go to if they need it. And tell everybody where to find you, where to work with you, and where to get on your team if they should want to.
Yeah, totally. So the biggest thing when I'm going on to podcasts or things like this right now, I'm saying I am looking for incredible people who want to join this wave of social commerce. We are right at the forefront of it, right? We're just getting started. Our trajectory specifically at SEC is like this. And so if you are looking to join a team, that my limiting factor, if I go all Elon on us right now, is people. Right. It is just getting really good people who can shift their thinking and their paradigms into that. If you are a brand looking to work with someone, just go to socialcommerceclub.com. Again, we're like overloaded because we're one of the only platinum agencies in all of North America with TikTok. We don't know of any others. I just have to say one of them, just in case there's another one. But as far as we know, the only others are in China. And so for us, we just get overloaded with the amount of brands that want to come work with us. And so we have to be very, very picky on like who we work with. But we are hiring like crazy. Go to socialcommerceclub.com. You can follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter. Just search Jordan West. I'll show up there. I try to not hold anything back. I just want people to have all of the tools. Again, I've been really inspired by Taylor Holiday over the years in his content and the stuff that he puts out there. He doesn't hold anything back. Everything is out there. And for me, that inspired me over the years. And so I want to give back in this space because we were early. We were like right at the beginning. People thought that we were crazy. Yeah. I'm sure you guys both thought I was crazy.
I'm glad you did it, brother. Crazy,
but
I'm glad you did it. Huge. Well, man, we appreciate you coming, and I've got a killer in mind that I'm going to send your way, and we look forward to having you back on the show, brother.
Yeah, I really appreciate this. This is so fun.
Man, incredible.